Hey everyone, Bear here. I'm building Final Parsec in public, a platform for indie game devs, tabletop game creators, and storytellers of all kinds. I quit my job to go all in on this, and each week I share what I've built, learned, and where things are going. This week I continued my focus on unifying everything under a single, simpler subscription. Last week I announced that I was consolidating everything into a single offering. Previously I had 2 different subscription types and a handful of paid and free things in various areas on the site. This week I removed the old tools page and moved all the tools into the Creator Hub, which is something I had introduced in last week's video. This is now the central spot for everything, and I think it's a cleaner, more focused place for someone to explore all the possibilities of what can be done on the platform. We've got a new section up top here for all the online tools, and the plugin for Unity is organized over in the offline tools section. That covers the biggest priority items I wanted to get in here as part of unveiling the Creator Hub, but it's absolutely not where I intend to stop. This will be a living, breathing area for people to come back to because new things should get added here all the time. I also gave the pricing page a bit of an overhaul. Last week I just mashed content from the previous game hosting and world building pricing pages together, and it was a mess. It now better explains what you actually get. I do want to spice this up with more screenshots of the tools and more detail, but I just haven't gotten that far yet. On the product side, I spent a lot of time this week improving the World Builder's new editor. It's shaping up to be a much smoother writing experience, kind of like having a clean in-browser text editor where you can work with blocks of content. It now handles things like hitting enter in the right places, copying content from Dan, our world-building chat assistant, and preserving formatting. It's only on the page for editing characters or inhabitants in your world for now. I'm planning to roll this out everywhere in the World Builder and retire the old summary editor that you had to go to a separate page to access. Lastly, I did fix a bug with Google Sign-In where users weren't being redirected back to the page that they were originally trying to view before being required to log in. And while I was at it, I cleaned up the sign-in and sign-up pages to make the Google option a lot more prominent, since releasing that just a few weeks ago, that is by far what most people seem to prefer to use. So I'm just making that easier to do. So next week I'm planning to expand that new editor to all other parts of the World Builder. It seems like it's in a good enough state that I'm comfortable committing to it more completely. We're also working on some tweaks to the world art generation feature. This is something that's kind of nested deep in the world building tool, but we're trying to make it better and good enough to stand on its own as something that you can rely on to rapidly make art for a variety of purposes. You can expect to hear more about that tool and how that's shaping up in a future video. Aside from those things, I'm just putting the finishing touches on the subscription and product changes. There are some things I need to go chase down, like updating the homepage, replacing the store link in the top level navigation, and some other smaller things like that. I think that's it for this week. If you're into world building, indie game dev, storytelling, and those types of topics, do go check out Final Parsec. There's a free tier to get started and explore everything without any commitment. I'd love to get the feedback. New things are being added all the time too, so you can actually help steer the platform in a direction that meets your needs. Like, subscribe, and follow along. I'm building this business in the open, new videos come out each week, and I'm excited to have you along for the ride. Bye for now, I'll see you next week.